Yo, what's up, man? I was my damn homie hit me up. Know I told y'all like 5, 10 minutes, but my man hit me up. Had to holler at him real quick on some things that was going on. So I didn't get a chance to put my mic back on and none of that, but we all family, so y'all can just sit here and watch me do it. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get back in front of y'all, man, and talk about this young thug thing right quick and what he going through. And it's just amazing to me. And I'm kind of surprised with some when I actually heard the stuff that came out a couple of days ago about what he was going through. And shout back out to my man podcast. I know he hit me up, and I think I brought him up on stage or something like that. And man, I don't know. Listen. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Man, podcast. If you out there, man, I apologize. But I know gave me a shout out, and gave me some love. I gave some back. But I mean, I'd have brought him up if he wanted to come up. But even though I got to figure out how to do that shit, because this is all new for me. It's all new for me, and I ain't got my man Deep Thought with me, so y'all get it. But yo, the name of this joint is Fani Willis is attempting to lock Young Thug back up and basically take his probation away. When he first got that verdict or whatever, to where the prosecutor basically said he just didn't want to accept that L, and it gave him that crazy ass situation with the stipulation for the probation. That was just crazy to me. That was super crazy to me. And I didn't get that. What's up, C Money? I see you out there, man. Hope all is good with you, baby. Appreciate you locking in with us, as always. You know. Let me run this one joint for you right here.
That Channel 2 Action News exclusive on rapper Young Thug. Tonight, the Fulton County District Attorney's Office filed a motion to revoke his probation. The rapper was released on bond last November.
Yeah, and just to see that she filed that thing back on him, that's why, man, sometimes I get really concerned, with our young folk out here, and how, they don't really know what's really happening or how got nobody to pull their coattail on things. Okay, what you got here, Money? I guess, are you familiar with what they are trying to do with Little Baby? Also, you probably gonna have to put me up on that, Money. I seen something on that, but I ain't seen a lot on it because I've been wrapped up and I ain't been in the flow of things like I normally would be. But when I seen that, I'm like, okay, am I tripping? Because they nailing a lot of doggone rappers right up through here, man. This is kind of crazy to me. And I'm kind of bewildered by it a little bit because how they coming at all these guys in hip hop all at one time. So like I said, you probably got to send me something on that, man, or either breathe on me on it. But what I'm gonna do when we get off tonight, I'm gonna go over there and take a look at it. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to take a look at that Money for sure. But like I was saying on Thug, I don't know how he got himself in this trick bag. That's just really confusing to me how he put himself in this trick bag to have another run in with this woman. And I think we're not paying attention to the fact, well, I know we are. Right now, she took a shot. She did a state RICO, which is not normal. And everybody for a minute was on this pursuit of, not to go against women, I'm just saying what I've observed. When I want Letitia James up there, everybody was trying to run the model of Kamala Harris and what she did with her so-called rise. And I don't feel the greatest about it, but I ain't trying to dog her, but I don't feel the greatest about it because of what she did to a lot of, people of color out east and some of the things she did. I did a video on that, but I tried to be as fair as I could, with that whole subject with Obama and how they did it, because I think they still got off on her. But you had a number of black women that figured they could take that route. So you had Letitia James and you had Fani Willis. And both of these jokers, ironically, was after Trump. And Fani Willis really took it. I mean, she took it bad because that whole little fiasco they put on with Thug and Woody and all that was real embarrassing for her. And then to see she was called to the White House and all that, and her boy toy, as it was reported, you know, down there. She needed a win. She needed a win real bad. And I just don't know how Thug got herself wrapped up like this. So let's move on to the next joint.
We broke the story on WSBTV.com around 8:30 tonight. And Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie joins us now live from the newsroom. Mark, the DA spoke exclusively to you about this motion.
If your motion is successful, Young Thug would go to prison.
He could.
A new and dramatic verse in the case surrounding music star Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Williams. A motion from prosecutors at the Fulton County District Attorney's Office to revoke Williams' probation. It says, quote, since sentencing, the defendant has engaged in conduct that directly threatens the safety of witnesses and prosecutors, compromises ongoing legal proceedings, and warrants immediate revocation of probation. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis.
What our motion is concerned about is that we certainly believe that his post was to threaten law enforcement, which is all part of gang activity.
And if you're looking, she's starting to throw that word gang as a trigger word to try to tie it back into the whole Rico thing that she had charged him with before. She wants another bite at this apple so bad because it was extremely embarrassing for her. And Trump ain't been giving her no fucking break. No break. And she desperate right now. She desperate. This, since she tried to take the shot at Trump and it didn't work, this is her best chance at some form of redemption. That was the reason why they gave him the probation with all the stipulations that they gave him, because they couldn't take no more. They was about to take an L. They didn't want to take the L. So they gave it to him with all these stipulations on some catch and release pond type shit. We're going to cut you loose, but we're going to trust that you're going to make another mistake and we're going to get you. So she ain't been able to get him. So what? You go ahead and do this on the repost. That brother need to fall all the way back. Fall all the way back and just chill out. Reminds me of something my attorney said to me when I got ran up on, and because I was like 08. And they had sealed documentation on me. And I think it was like 30 days, and then they asked for 15. They asked for another 30-day extension, but the federal judge only gave them 15 days because they didn't want to release the discovery and all this good stuff. And my attorney had to tell me, listen, man, stay out the way. Stay out the way, lay low. And it was like a couple of years later, the actual investigating agent, he had a tragedy that happened. You know what I'm saying? God bless his family or whatever, since I'm a civilian now, and it's all in my past. And he lost his life. But at that time, my attorney told me, he's like, you know what? He said, sorry for his family, but you'll be okay now. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? He said, there's going to have to be another agent that's going to be put in his position, and he's not going to have no special itch for you the way he did. So Thug needs to understand that. Until that woman is out of office, she's going to have a special itch for him, and she's going to constantly be looking to try to catch him up on something. What you got, Money? Since they didn't get the Young Thug, they are trying to set another example with Little Baby, with another Rick. Oh, okay, now I see what you're saying. So that's right, Little Baby is down there in Georgia. Oh, so you know what, Money? You know what I'm thinking? Do you think maybe it's something within this case with Little Baby that maybe could get him another bite at the apple to try to tie Thug or somebody that Thug know back in to maybe try to flip him or something? Because a lot of times it seems like that's how that shit work, man. Because matter of fact, okay, now I know what you're talking about. When Lil Baby went over there and shot the video that he shot over in some area, but that's kind of bogus what they doing to him, trying to say, because the video he shot was some months prior to somebody getting shot up or killed, two little boys or something getting killed. That's what you're talking about, money? Okay, I see my man Sosa. What's up in here? What's up, Sosa? I see you, baby. Shit, I ain't seen you in a minute, but always good to have you up in here, family. For sure. Okay, money. Yeah. Okay, yeah, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, now I know what you're talking about. I seen who was that? Willie D had did something on that. And I'm like, wait a minute, this man, because I'm like, okay, you saying that Lil Baby is responsible for this, because I think the officer was calling him a coward and all these other little things he was saying about him. But I'm like, okay, and you saying that basically he caused something by going in another area. This man is going to shoot a music video. And that's interacting in interstate commerce. So basically saying him going to shoot a new music video or whatever the case, he can't go. So what you say, the gangs run the street now? You know, a person can't interact in interstate commerce no more because of basically the narrative that y'all trying to set. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, you know what? I didn't think about that. You know, once you was at me, money, I started thinking. I'm like, well, damn, you rung the bell on that. But yeah, man, that's what I'm thinking. They probably trying to do, money, trying to circle that thing back around, because that was embarrassing for her. And what Woody got up there and did in the performance that he put on, yeah, that was not a good look for them at all. Let me run this next joint down for y'all.
The motion says investigator Marissa Viverito is currently testifying in a gang murder hearing and indicates a judge ordered the witness not be shown on TV while testifying, but that a blogger posted on social media she doesn't want to be shown on screen. Well, here she is, along with a photo of the investigator. The motion says on Tuesday, Young Thug reposted the image, and the post went viral, amassing more than 2 million views. The motion says Viverito's home address and her parents' home address were publicly posted, exposing them to grave danger, and that hours later, an additional post emerged threatening the assassination of D.A. Willis. The motion alleges Williams' continued association with individuals actively involved in witness intimidation, threats of violence, and obstruction of justice constitutes a clear violation of probation conditions. Last year, Ms. Willis suggested to us there was room for accountability in Young Thug's complicated sentence involving 5 years commuted to time served, followed by 15 years probation, to be followed by a, quote, backloaded 20-year prison term, which would also be commuted to time served if he successfully completes the probation, which was loaded with lots of special conditions. I expect, Wendy, a courtroom fight over this one.
And that whole thing, like he said, backloaded condition, that was just embarrassing. It was so many backloaded conditions on that. But I guess I can understand that he went ahead and just took the limited W that he could get and get on out their way. But at the end of the day, you got to know that they not done with you. And like I say, what money just pulled my coattail to right here. Look like they maybe trying to tie him off into some other shit, man. This is real crazy. And you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the era that we grew up in the era where we was going to make our money. We was going to do what we had to do, almost like what Denzel Washington did in Training Day. I'm going to get that motherfucking money, you know? And we didn't fool with the police at all under no conditions. But at the end of the day, wasn't nobody disrespecting them, but we stayed in our lane, they stayed in theirs. You know, and if they caught us up, they did what they did halftime. They beat us up and all kind of stuff, which y'all know about that. You know, but these kids right now, you know what I'm saying, they're in a whole nother era. We would never thought about reposting something of a DA or any of that because we out their way. You know, So I'm surprised. I mean, maybe he feeling some type of way about what happened to him, but at the end of the day, you getting into more situations with them dragging you back off in court ain't gonna do nothing but cost you more and more money. And I hope somebody in his ear, man, and talking to him, because this is real crazy. And you fuck around and jack yourself off. And I didn't think about that little baby situation, man. That little baby situation, he should really be thinking. And why? Because she's still out there scowling and looking around, and she looking to hit a lick. She almost like what Trump was saying, activist judges. She almost like the activist prosecutor. And somebody that's our color, man. That's crazy.
Karis, have we heard from Young Thug's attorney about this latest filing?
We have. Brian Steele did share a statement with our newsroom. In it, he says in part that his client did nothing wrong. As for this filing, it accuses Young Thug of intimidating people using social media. Also says threats were made against Fulton County DA Fani Willis. Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, shared the following statement with us. It says this motion is baseless, and while intimidation and threats of violence are never appropriate, Jeffrey Williams has done nothing wrong. We look forward to seeking a dismissal.
Well, this is what I can appreciate, man. Like I said, I'm just hitting y'all with a couple of little something short, you know what I'm saying, just to tap in with y'all or whatever. But this is what I can appreciate right here. With all what she tried, that new judge that they got shut her down. She stopped it. She stopped it dead in the tracks and let her know that you're not about to get this old crazy throwing whatever you can throw up against the wall off on my watch. So I can appreciate that, and I can appreciate they finally put the right woman on the bench, because that brother that was up there, he was just crashing out, and that was a real circus. So I'm real happy about that. But I'm hopeful that Young Thug is paying attention, man. Paying attention and understand that, bro, you need to get low. Keep your head down. Stay out the way, because that woman is losing and losing bad, and she's looking for a come up. Because at the end of the day, I don't know how the terms run down there. Probably after that's over with, she may be done, and you not safe until she's done. And that's just the reality of it. But yo, man, I'm gonna slide on up out y'all way. I got something coming that's real nice for y'all on that Marvin Sapp thing, man. It's just taking a while to put that together, because there's so many moving pieces. But how I'm going to do that, man, I'm going to do that in a way. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it in a way where I'm going to try to be as fair as I can be to the brother, but I'm going to show the history of the churches and how that whole tithing and all that whole thing go. But I'm going to show you the proof where you can be and discern. You can see, discern it, and decide what's best for you or your family, or however you move forward. But you'll have the actual information. But again, man, deuces to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Like, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. And hey, I fuck with y'all, man. Continue to fuck with me. Deuces.